Me who the f stopping us? The options keep popping up. Cops trying to lock us up when it's out the picture, but it.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Packers and the Niners under the lights on Thursday night.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off.
No gloves. No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner?
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And we are underway from Santa Clara.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now, he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Quick, yellow.
They'll begin up, and right away, he lost the football.
And one of the linebackers has got it.
So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
A lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third down and 1. Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Love looking to throw it. Open man, he's got Reed. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. Diabador Lenore up to make the tackle.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Here's Love. He finds Watson complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
His throw incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Love. Flushed out right.
And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Back to the running game with Jacobs.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Love.
multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On fourth down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now a give right side McCaffrey. Shifts past him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco and a pickup of 16.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Purdy to throw it on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here's Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Packers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Love.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing. Love.
A short throw to Musgrave.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here.
Looking deep here for Doubs.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs
from 6 yards away.
And the Packers are back within a score.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Throwing here, Purdy.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not there on 2nd down. That was a pop. That was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
So nothing doing there, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quicker. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
McCaffrey.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
So a fake field goal run in for the touchdown. That can be a huge momentum swing.
And that's got to drive a defensive coach and a special teams coach crazy. Someone else running it in on a fake field goal when you're supposed to be alert for it. Terrific play by the offense, not so much by the defense.
The extra point try now for Moody.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Here's Nixon.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime.
All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. On the return, it's Taylor. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead. And they've got that here.
That's always. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5. Back to throw, Purdy. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jennings. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
They picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Nixon now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that in the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of players, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Love now on second down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 3rd down, Love. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
86 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the 49ers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ready?
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Let's go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
110 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packers offense set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Love looking to throw it. And this one too low. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Love. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more win, could have had our shutout.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a 1st down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there, and he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.